Well, again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. And I have an 8x10 canvas that I put a coating of white. My white paint is half Artist Loft, half white paint from Color Place from Walmart with Floetrol and GAC 800 in it to keep it from cracking. But I have vague spatula marks, but they're really light, and that's what I'm going to use to do my painting on today. This is a golden quinacridone magenta with iridescent pearl fine in it. This is a folk art color shift that's pinky orange. That's a purple enamel acrylic. I'm not sure who made it. It could have been folk art, it could have been deco art. This is an art mine. It's not made anymore. This is this is the folk art neon multi-surface acrylic. This is a hand mixed color with iridescent or metallic in it. This is a blue from folk art that's color shifting. This is an Anita's white pearl, white metallic it's called. This is probably folk art. I used to use Artist Loft when I could get it, and they haven't had it for 6 months or so since all this debacle. And that's a neon pink. This is a Masters Touch from Hobby Lobby. This is a hand mixed color, and I'm going to do a flower painting. This was 24 karat gold from Decor Americana, but I'm not sure what it is anymore just because I just keep adding gold in there, and it's only going to be a low light anyway. I'm not sure what this is, except for that it has metallic in it and it's a forest green color. This is plugged, well, it's almost plugged. Anyway, I'm going to have to check these. That is a Decor Americana emerald green. Similar. These are all my foliage colors. That is the green gold from folk art that's color shifting. This is a Grumbacher Prussian blue that comes as a heavy body, and you just dilute it until it's the thickness you want. This is a purple flash from folk art, which is color shifting. This used to be called minty green from folk art. It's color shifting. It's called emerald now, as far as I know. This is a purple that I want open, and it was open earlier, and now it's being stubborn, and I can tell that it's not open. Come out, plug. Nope, still not coming out. I'm going to have to... Come on. I lost my tweezers. I'm so sad. They're in here somewhere. Anyway, so most of these colors will be for flowers. This is going to get opened right now. I'm going to put my colors down again, someplace that I can work. Good idea. You can see in the little 2 dishes that I'm going to put some colors into that I have the fingertip from a glove, which I'm going to use in lieu of a balloon roll because it's a tiny canvas and I want to do some flowers for my friend. My friend it's a special birthday. I'm not going to say which one. And I want to get the thread that's hanging down there, and I'm wondering, there we go. Sometimes if I put my skewer into the tip and twist it around, I get a lump of paint out, which is kind of surprising because I do remember using this earlier. And you got to make sure it goes all the way through, otherwise you can screw it back on and find out it's still not coming out a lot. Oh, I want that out of there. Oh, that's so frustrating. I just told you that. I also want those tweezers. I'm having a day. I need paint therapy. Evidently my dog is having a day too, and he wants to go out. I'm not going to be the one to open that door, I don't think, right now. I hate making you guys wait. I really, really do. I got it this time. I know I got it this time. That was a much larger lump. Alright, I've got another purple that's got metallics in it, and I don't know who made it. And this is a Venetian blue from Modern Masters. And all of those colors are fair game. And I want my glasses. And I found them. Yay! I'm also thinking these flowers might get a little chain on them. And I'm really tempted to go ahead. I've got the white background. I want a little bit of that blue for sky. I think I'm going to give myself... I think I'm going to give myself what? I'm going to give myself a little white. Actually, because I already primed that with a second layer of coat. They come primed. But I gave myself a second layer of paint. I'm just going to give myself the opportunity. I could have put it right on the canvas. I didn't want to leave a stain from the blue. That's why I put it together. hate that my tweezers are gone. I really, really need my tweezers. I recommend them, by the way, very much. If you have an opportunity, they're on my Amazon link. It's below Show More under the video. Or I like the ones with the pointed tips, like I used to use when I was in jewelry college. Or in college for jewelry design and production. Hi everybody from Nova Scotia College of Art and Design. Anyway, so I think I can camouflage those edges at some point in time. And that's enough of a sky for me right now. And if I get to it fast, that'd be good, because then I can put my flowers in there. So I don't mind that there's a little blue in here. I'm going to move my accoutrement down. And I'm going to put a little bit of everything that I shook right in my dish that will come out as quickly as possible. That's green, and there it is. There's what I'm looking for. Nothing seems to be flowing very quickly. I do want to use a dominant amount of the green gold from Folk Art, because that's what makes me happy. And I can always add a color afterwards, and I can definitely make adjustments with a skewer. That's not open either, and that was open earlier. It's funny how that works. Alright, so do I have another color I want? I kind of do. I'm going to throw a little bit of that neon in there. And then go back again, one more color, back again, yes, that dark green. So, what I'm thinking is to grab a little scoop, but it could be a little spoon, or I could dribble straight out of the tray. And what it occurs to me is I want a wet base. So I'm going to give myself a wet base after I blow the little things off. Paint moves paint. Paint helps paint flow. So if I give myself a nice wet base, then I can make the paint that I'm going to add flow. There are all kinds of ways to add foliage. This is only one, and my intention is to do another or a couple more. Same as how the flower tips can be done. I'm going to throw that in the bucket. Oh, I just found a spatula in there that was resting on something that has all its paint dried on it. I'm not very happy about that. Okay, so let's just do this. You can see this is an exact science. I know you can. Now I can certainly use a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. And I'm really tempted to use a little chain, since I'm going to anyway. Now you need a substantial amount of paint to move around to get this weedy garden look, and I've got a whole pile of them that I put everything else in the world on top of. I'm just having one of those moments. All right, so I'm going to move this out of my way for now. I need to clean up my work area. So, since I want that paint to go down the bottom, I'm going to let it all go against an edge catcher. You don't have to do that. You could stick your fingers in the puddle that you have in your little dish instead of what I just did. But this is what happens when I do it my way. And I like how that works. And then I can also reclaim, even if it looks a little schmutzy right now, I can reclaim that. And I'm going to go ahead. What am I going to do? I was going to tip it up, but I think what I want to do first is drag a few chains up, because I don't usually do it like that, and I like the idea of doing something I don't usually do. Now, that's kind of different and a little mucky, and that's still okay. If you get muck, you can always put your fresh colored green right over the top of it. Nobody's going to say anything to you. And I'm going to let all of that flow, and if it's not going to flow, and it is, I'm going to put the rest of my paint in there from my dish. and do what I said I was going to do, because I can. That's the name of my first book on the Amazon link. Take some of that paint. Because the dark colors will just look like shadows. And I said you could use a skewer, but you can definitely also use a spatula. And I thought it might be nice to keep some of this paint back to do my edges, which I still think would be nice. And whatever I have is all going to get used. There's really very little, there's little or no waste in doing any of this way. And it's a small canvas, or I would probably do more chain, and I just don't feel like it. Now, I didn't leave the amount of negative space behind that I was intending to, but I'll just do another painting. So I'm going to throw those in the bucket. I'm going to remember to clean up my other stuff. And honestly, you want more paint on your edges, just use your finger and put it on there. And if you need more paint that's a different color, you can always change up what's going on as far as patterns go by just putting a skewer in, dragging it up and down. I'm going to steal a little paint from over here and put a flower up there. I like my colors. I can always fill in my edge later up to the height that I need it to be. I can even steal a little paint that I put on the other side. So I'll show you guys that right now. And then I'm just going to grab another dish. Put some of my greens away so they're out of my way, and I can have a clear look at what I want to use for flowers. Which I think I'm going to go ahead and use a different container and just try something I haven't done before exactly. And put the colors that I like down in there. And maybe a little bit of that enamel won't hurt anything. I don't use the enamel very often, and I kind of should, because it makes everything sell. That was open earlier too. I know it was because I remember using it. I actually experimented without you guys for once. Just because, ow! Really? That was interesting. I was afraid that might go everywhere for a second. Thank you for putting up with me and being patient while I do this silly thing and get my tips clear. And you should pull those threads out whenever you can. If you use the bigger bottles at least. Really? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. I'm not kidding. Let's just use another color. Hey, this one's open. And it'll probably be a better color anyway. I have not done exactly this, and it is making me a little bit nervous. Where is my yellow? There it is, hiding behind another bottle. Unfortunately, that's open too. I like yellow and purple together, especially in flowers. It makes me happy. And I can put other colors in there. I'm thinking a little bit of this blue. Yes, very good. Just everything that makes me happy, all in one place. There's a little bit of that Venetian blue. That's an iridescent. I really love that color. And then, last but not least, a little bit of the Anita's. This is my water. If this were watercolors, this would be my water. So I've never done this with the finger, but I'm going to do it now because I can. Hey, my second book is called Unlimited Possibilities. That's kind of cute. I like that. I really want that orange. See how I am? First I tell you I'm going to get it out, and then I get this huge glob and it still doesn't open. And then I want still. I could just drip some of that right off the end of a skewer. I can see daylight. Yay! I'm always nervous that if I get too nervous, I'm going to drop the bottle or drip on the painting. Yes, that orange is making me happy. Now I've got a damp studio rag and I can wipe it off. Let's just put that right over there for right now. And I don't usually wipe off paint. This time I just want to play and see how this works. Never having done exactly this before. Those are cute. I like them. And I can do whatever I want with them. I can pull other little strands out. I have got the same little piece of plastic that has static electricity that it seems to be jumping out of my wastebasket and sticking to my foot for 2 days now. Alright, so that's the longest short painting ever. And I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys, as long as I set my timer, that I do sell my artwork. And this is fun. Really fun. I love the flowers. I haven't managed to schmutz up my colors yet. My fingertip is working well. My colors are working well. I'm probably gonna... I don't need to lead a little stem underneath down, but it might be alright to do that. I'm going to have to decide what to do with my colors after this because I've got so many of them. So that's okay. And quick like a bunny, I need to decide if I'm going to do something else. Without dog hair, please. So there's a nice paintball on the end of that, and I'm not going to use it. Now you don't need to do this. You don't need to pull little tendrils out. I'm just doing it because I want to see what it looks like. I could also add little dots, which is probably not a bad idea actually. And you're going to be gone, so I'll tell you guys I do sell my artwork, only this might go to my friend for her birthday. I'm going to just dip into my paint and see what that looks like. I'm going to grab a little bit of paint here and there and here and there. And even though they look like they're floating, I'm going to show you guys that now before you're gone, because there's only a minute left. And it'll look similar, it just won't be the same. I love you guys. There's over 90,000 of you. And I'm going to zoom in as best I can. There we go. And please share my videos. Please like my videos. If you watch them longer, you help me out. If you give me thumbs up, I really, really appreciate it and it helps me out. Underneath the link tree, you'll find Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, my website, my Amazon link where if you shop it's at no added cost to you, and my 2 books are there, and all the spatulas and tools. My community board on the YouTube channel will share tomorrow's video. You can find Facebook groups. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation is for students, and you'll find that under the link tree. The link tree is the first blue link under the video, and under that is my email address where if you want to make a purchase or an inquiry or even ask a private question, that's the place to do it. My email is easpbgallery@gmail.com. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the gallery room. I will see you guys anon. I love you much, and you know that.